Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most legendary, hardcore, and customizable Linux distributions ever created, Gentoo Linux. If you've ever heard phrases like ricking your system, compile everything from source, or the Linux distro that teaches you patience, they're probably talking about Gentoo. But here's the real question. What makes Gentoo so unique? Why do some people swear by it, while others run away after installing it once? And most importantly, is Gentoo worth using in Let's find out. Gentoo is not your average Linux. Unlike Ubuntu Fedora or Linux Mint, which provide pre-compiled software, Gentoo gives you full control by compiling most of your system from source code. That means when you install software, your computer actually builds it specifically for your hardware and your preferences. Imagine getting a tailored suit instead of buying something off the rack. This approach makes Gentoo extremely optimized. If you have a powerful CPU, fast storage, and some patience, your system can feel faster, lighter, and more responsive than almost any other Linux distro. Gaming performance, server performance, desktop responsiveness, everything can be tuned. But here's the catch. Compiling takes time. Lots of time. Installing a browser like Firefox or Chromium can take hours on slower hardware. Even a desktop environment like KDE Plasma might take half a day if your CPU is weak. This is why people joke that Gentoo users spend more time compiling than actually using their computers. One of the core features of Gentoo is USC flags. These allow you to enable or disable features of software before compiling it. For example, you can build VLC without Bluetooth support, or compile a web browser without certain codecs. This fine-tuning gives you a lean system with only what you need. If you love the idea of controlling every detail of your system, Gentoo offers a level of customization unmatched by most distros. Another unique part of Gentoo is Portage, its package manager. Portage is like the heart of Gentoo, handling software building, dependency resolution, and updates. It works similarly to FreeBSD ports and uses something called ebwild scripts that describe how to fetch, configure, and compile packages. Updating Gentoo is also different. Instead of downloading pre-built packages, you sync your system, update your USC flags, and then recompile the packages that need changes. It can take time, but you always stay on the cutting edge. Gentoo also has a reputation for teaching Linux deeply. Installing Gentoo is basically a guided manual build of your system. You learn partitioning, kernel configuration, bootloaders, networking, and optimization. Many system administrators and power users say Gentoo made them better at Linux, but it's not all perfect. Gentoo has downsides. Installation can be complicated for beginners. Compiling software consumes time and electricity. It requires maintenance and knowledge. If something breaks, you may have to troubleshoot deeply. So who should use Gentoo? If you're a beginner who wants a simple system that just works, Gentoo is probably not the best choice. But if you want to learn Linux, customize everything, or build the fastest system possible, Gentoo is amazing. Gamers who want maximum FPS, developers who need performance, server admins who want control, or hobbyists who enjoy tinkering, these are the people who love Gentoo. There's also Gentoo derivatives like Chromos Flex, Funtoo by Daniel Robbins, and even Gentoo's influence is bigger than most people realize. In 2025, Gentoo remains one of the most respected Linux distributions because of its philosophy, giving users full control. So, is Gentoo worth trying? Absolutely, if you're ready for the challenge. It can teach you more about Linux than any other distro, and the reward of building your own optimized system is incredibly satisfying. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell me, have you ever tried Gentoo? Did you survive the installation? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.